Hey guys, it's the Diesel Queen here. Today we're going to be doing some parts installs for Synergy. I have their dual shock absorber kit. There's two of these Fox shocks with it. This bracket is what makes them kind of like a mid tie rod mount kind of thing, and it bolts to the axle in the middle, so these can hook on either side. This is going to be super awesome. I'm super excited about this, so let's get into the install. Alright guys, I know this isn't my usual shop attire, but it is quite literally like 98 degrees today with a ridiculously high humidity. So high that my camera, little screen there, is actually like fogging up with residue and like literally just moisture everywhere, and it feels like I'm in a fucking swamp sauna. But I'm going to be doing the dual steering stabilizer install for this from Synergy. I got these little brackets, which was the only thing I was missing in the kit to be able to do this. This is basically what holds the shocks onto the tie rod. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is bolt this bracket. This is how they achieve the ability to run both shock absorbers without having to like add a bracket on that side and like mount them in the middle or whatever. So this is how they have it. So this bracket over here for the original one is going to become obsolete because this is going to mount just like that, right? Hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory for y'all. So the very first step is we're not going to tighten this all the way, but we are going to snug it up enough to where it kind of stays in place, but we can still rotate it. So I'm going to install the U-bolts onto the axle and get the bolts ends in a hole. This is not oil, by the way. My garage door leaks, and we had a very large rainstorm not too long ago. And you're going to want to make sure this is as close to the axle housing pumpkin, like where the axle shaft tubing meets the pumpkin housing. So, hi Diesel. So now we're gonna just snug this up. I'm gonna make it as level as I can eyeball. Alright, that's pretty snug. It's snug enough that we have it nice against this axle housing, but it's loose enough that we can rotate it a little bit. So, alright, the next thing we're going to do is put on the passenger side stabilizer. So this is going to go right here. So what we need to do is get one of the bolts, washer, nameplate, right? So we're putting it on this side first, passenger side, and then get a nut and washer ready, because this is going to go like that. Right, so that's loosely mocked up. And then, so what we're going to do after we get this kind of loosely up there is, you're supposed to have help with this, but I don't have any fucking help. So you're supposed to turn it all the way to the passenger side, the wheel, right? All the way to the stops, the passenger side, and have someone hold it. I don't have help, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the best I can. Alright, so what I'm going to do, since I don't have help, is I measured the distance between like stop to stop over there, like where it would be if it was all the way. It's like 1/2 inch. So what we're going to do Because this is fully fucking extended, I'm going to... The purpose of this is so the shock absorber, the stabilizer, whatever you want to call it. I know people are going to come at me in my comments. It's called a shock absorber. It's called a stabilizer. Whatever you want to fucking call it. Doesn't bottom out. That's the whole concept of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to find 1/2 inch, and then we're going to go 1/8 more, and we're going to tape it. I'm also going to burn 1 inch because this tape measure is stupid and I don't know why they fucking cover up. I can't burn 1 inch. I really wish this was easier to fucking read. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our piece of tape and measure. So that's 1/2 inch, and then that's 1/8. So that's where we're going to make our little tape line. You know, y'all bitch about how I do shit sometimes, and I swear to God, you fucking forget I do all of this by myself. And why don't you just have somebody do this? Or why don't you just have somebody do that? Because I don't fucking have anyone to fucking help me. That's fucking why. Fucking clearance issue. I had to rotate this up to be able to fit this bracket in here. I've had this truck aligned by the dealership a few times, so they probably just didn't, you know, obviously weren't aware that I was going to be doing this and needing that clearance, so they probably just left it. But we are going to install this now. Then it is basically the same. This is still kind of loose because I might try to adjust this, but it's basically the same concept on this side of it. So we're going to bolt this up, and then we're going to measure again, and we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side where we measure the steering stop distance. And then add 1/8 inch and then measure that and tape it on the cylinder so we know how far to compress it. So yeah, I gotta change this bolt out right here because this is definitely wrong. Make sure the short bolts go into this side. I fucked that up. And the long bolts go right here with the nut. loosely install this. This right there. Okay, so now bring this down. It's really awkward because it's kind of like right on the fucking... I don't know where it went. Now we're going to at least kind of make sure that these are level. It's really important. We're going to tighten down these last bolts here and we should be good. We can remove the tape now. Let's see if you can guys, let me back up here. Make sure these guys are kind of level and even, and there's nothing like contacting. Then we're going to snug down these U-bolts and then we're going to torque everything. I'm not going to make you watch me torque everything, but torque it evenly. The U-bolts need to be torqued very evenly. Alright, bam. Torque it and then there you go.